The future. How do you feel about the future in general? Do you get excited, worried, or feel indifferent about it? How good are you at predicting the future? And does that really matter? For me, I realized all of these questions were more important to understand than trying to understand what the future of work will be. Hi, welcome to Dear Workplace by InnovatorsBox. I'm your host, Monica Kang, and today I'm eager to reflect and explore how our thinking about the future of work matters. Today, we're doing things a bit differently. Instead of our typical multiple voice insight sharing episodes, I'm going to ask some questions and share some insights that I've been noticing in my research and conversations with others on the future of work. We'll revisit more in depth about the what's and the hows of the future of work in Season 2 this October. Yes, we're taking a short break to recharge and research more stories. But in the meantime, I want to take a step back today and think about why we feel a certain way about the future. So let's start with some terminologies. What is the future of work? I like Gartner's description. The future of work describes changes in how work will get done over the next decade, influenced by technological, generational, and social shifts. In other words, the future of work is to be curious about how the way we work and thrive will change in a decade. But how good are we really with the future? Things are changing all the time, and the pandemic has been a year where we were reminded that planning everything might not be the secret to thriving. But here's the interesting gap. In our search of wanting to understand the how and the what of the future of work, we don't explore enough why we feel or think about the future and wonder how that may influence our future. I got curious. A popular quote says, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. So then how much focus should really be put towards the future versus today, I wonder? A lot of companies interpret the future of work as training and capacity development. They have to do in anticipation of the future. In other words, the skills to hone to be prepared for the changes in how we work. Projects to invest in to provide services that future clients may want. Some will work out, some will not. But how often do we ask in this process, what do I want? And why does preparing for the future either bring me joy or stress? Take yourself back to 10 years ago. Where were you? And where did you envision you'd be in 10 years? Is where you are today where you thought you'd be? Is it better? Anticipating what may happen in our life in general is a hard game to play. Who I am today often isn't who I thought I would be 10 years later. We don't have the full data to predict things like this accurately. We are constantly changing, and so are our surroundings. Even though certain parts of our lives may feel predictable, things could change very fast when something happens in our society, economy, and even personal family life. From good news to bad news, it all influences how we show up every day. And when it comes to the future of work, we need to bring this lens of awareness. Understanding this will help you be less stressed about the future. First, let me speak to all the overplanners out there. Oh wait, that's me too. Hi, I'm Monica, and I love planning things. I love planning everything as far as I can and being as detailed as I can get. Today, I feel I have a good balance. But oh boy, I used to be an overplanner. Yes, I'm that friend who'd feel upset when things didn't go as planned. As I'd have my calendar and life booked and planned out, surely this is the year I'll get that job or meet that partner. Because I planned and prepared with all my heart, right? And yes, I'm human. There are a lot of things that I also tend to not worry about or plan enough. But in general, I do love to plan. Did I already say that? Okay, but here is the tricky aspect about planning the future too much. While I'm prepared to explore new cities with my research and pivot in my projects with preparation, I'm also more startled when things completely fall unexpectedly. Like that one time when I missed my flight due to traffic. That actually messed up my entire week when I was supposed to travel to 5 cities. Or that other time when one meeting went 15 minutes over and I was late for the entire day for all my other meetings. I felt so tired at the end of the day apologizing to every person for being late. When those moments happened, I used to feel as though it was my fault for not planning well enough and that I just needed to plan in more detail. But over time, I realized the beauty lies more in between. You plan, but with flexibility. You prepare, but you don't hype up the expectation. I didn't realize until later on that the reason why I was stressed about the future was because I felt like I failed. That's where the expectation was misaligned. When I planned with buffer, flexibility, and openness and focused more on the day-to-day, I found myself neither stressed nor worried about not knowing what could happen. I was less worried about the how of the planning because I knew why and what I wanted in the future. That helped me manifest my desires. So while I did not know how to provide services digitally or when I would start my podcast, I knew that if I prepared with flexibility in the timeline, I'd still achieve my goals and do so with less stress and worry. Next, I want to speak with our short-term planners. I hear you. If things will change again and again, why bother planning or wanting anything? Many share how living for today or for the week is tiring. Why bother trying when it will change? We tend to stay busy doing our day-to-day because that's already a lot. Like in business, where the nuance of working in your business versus on your business makes a difference in where you gradually head, so is life. While not all of us plan for 5 to 10 years out, knowing what we gradually want and why that is important in life may help us understand the direction we'd want to head and manifest it. I think about a triangle. Over time, how the intention of that 1-degree shift will lead you to a different direction. So when we feel fear within, I don't have time to think too far ahead because I'm too busy and tired, I wonder, how much of that is also our voice, worried of not wanting to be disappointed? Yes, you shouldn't expect all of your people to work in your company forever. And you shouldn't prepare their journey as just a day-to-day either. Rather, you should see it as more of a how they could build a path to grow for the months and years ahead. Meet somewhere in the middle. When we don't know what we want, it may be hard to manifest that future into a reality. Putting aside the research on what might be important in the future of work, taking a moment to explore and understand what you want may help you manifest that future, even if you don't know what tomorrow may bring. So what's coming up for you as we do this reflection piece today? Whether you love to plan or don't like to plan, we all can design and manifest the future of our work if we stay curious, courageous, and creative. While we all want things to be better, the more detailed our vision of what we want can give us clarity on where to focus each day and where not to worry about. 10 years is a long time. So much will change and so much will remain. There will be things we'll say, yes, that was spot on. And many other things we'll look back and say, what in the world were we thinking back then? But as human beings who love to dream, we'll continue to dream, plan, and prepare. Just do so alongside celebrating, being curious, being courageous about the future you want to build and live. So this episode is to all of you innovators and leaders. Continue to plan to be prepared. Continue to wander. Continue to wonder. And continue to focus on today's experience, feelings, and thoughts to manifest what you want for the future. Things will not go as planned. Don't be stressed. Don't feel too disappointed. In the long run, things will go as you hope because you have invested and put your heart into it. Continue to seek your future out. It just may look different than what you had initially thought. And that's what the joy of discovery in life is. Plus, isn't it a good thing when we don't know what tomorrow brings? How boring would life be if we really knew everything that would happen? Even Disney low-keys remind us how we like surprises. Thank you for joining today's reflection and insights on the future of work. I've been speaking with a lot of clients, colleagues, and friends who are feeling the extra pressure, stress, and fear with the continuing pandemic. I hope this message reminds you that things are okay and you'll get through this too, like all challenges you have. The magic in the future starts from what we build each day. Shout out again to my amazing podcast team at InnovatorsBox Studio. Sam, Ravi, Cree, Leah, Sarah, Floor, Kelly, and more. Each week, they put a lot of thought into the show, thinking of how it could bring value to you no matter when you may listen. Thank you also to Indie Popcorn for awarding us the Best Business Podcast in 2021. It was both a surprise and delightful validation that our care for you is felt and heard. Please continue to share with us what you hope to hear about and visit us again in Season 2. You can find us at Dear Workplace on Instagram and LinkedIn or InnovatorsBox on all social media channels. Or email us at info@innovatorsbox.com. We also heard rumors that we are on the finalists for the podcast awards that you helped cast votes for a few weeks ago. Thank you. We'll learn more about the result next month, so stay tuned. Just wanted to say a big thank you again for all your support. With love, hope you have a wonderful summer and see you soon in October. Your host and friend, Monica Kang.
Oh, hi. I'm Kelly, a creative intern at InnovatorsBox, and I hope you're enjoying Dear Workplace. Through this podcast, I've loved challenging myself beyond all the outdated advice I've been taught, while also reimagining my love for creativity and music business as a woman about to enter the workforce. This show is brought together by our awesome team: producer Saren O, audio engineers Sam Lemmert and Ravi Ludd, myself, Kelly Gravo on marketing, website designer Akriti Pandey, graphic designer Monica Escobar, and Luke Helder on music. And of course, Dear Workplace is hosted and directed by Monica Kang, founder and CEO of InnovatorsBox. To continue the conversation beyond the workplace, visit us at innovatorsbox.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share. We would love to hear what you enjoy and what I can convince Monica to talk about in her future episodes. See you next week.